Oh my god, I forgot to film the intro. Okay, so hey Elizabeth, so you know how I would always do your makeup and you want to know what I was doing and I would try to explain to you, but then we would always get distracted, you know, watching anime or singing musicals or something like that, and I'd actually never end up fully explaining what I was doing. So finally, with no distractions, I will I'm going to show you how I get this face, and now you can duplicate it since it's been something you've been asking me to do for a long time. Alright, so first things first is to put your hair back. I too have the same zebra striped whatever headband print thingy that Soph has. So I too can look like a Cheetah Girl High School Musical hybrid. Alright, so we put this back like alright, Leia, it's not that hard to put on a headband. Cheetah Girl High School Musical hybrid complete. And let's get to the makeup. Alright, first things first that you want to do is moisturize, but I don't do that because I'm not good at taking care of my skin. So I have a mirror right over here in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. But you should moisturize because that is an important part of your day. So just do that step first. Second thing I do is I use primer. It's e.l.f. and it's not bad. It gets the job done. Oh my god, I'm in love with this price more than the primer, but the primer is really soft. It actually works really well. It just sometimes, you know, might not be the best for your skin if you're super sensitive to face products. That's okay though. I find that as long as you wash your face, then you're fine. You know, just don't sleep with makeup on. All makeup clogs your pores. We get over it. We do it for beauty. It's so soft. Wow, I love this primer. So once you smoothed out your primer into a beautiful velvet face, it's time for the next step, which is foundation. Choose a foundation that preferably matches your skin better than this one. Once again, I am cheap, only have one foundation. Put it in the back of my hand and I just dab it. Doo-doo. All over your face. And then you're done. No, I'm totally joking. Okay. Oh, by the way, I highly recommend Born This Way foundation. They came out with a lot new shades, so you'll be very likely to find something in your skin tone. I just was very impatient and ordered it when they only released like 5 shades at first. Alright, so you blend it in with a blending brush, your fingers, or a foundation brush. There are so many different foundation brushes out there. I used a cheap e.l.f. one. Oh, here's a fun thing. I used to blend with my fingers because I felt like it was smoother and that the brushes and sponges ate up a lot of my foundation, so I felt like I was using less when I blended with my fingers. Except this foundation at first was a bit bumpy on my skin, so I decided to try a brush and it comes out so much smoother once you blend it with a brush. If you're having trouble with your foundation being bumpy or streaky or anything like that, I highly recommend blending it with a brush. And just blend it out around the edges so that you don't look like a clown. Yeah, just, you know, make sure your face looks like it's attached to your body. Blend out around the neckline. Tips by Leia. Alright, so now that your face is a completely new face, as in it has a different color, no more freckles, it has no hyperpigmentation, it just looks really oddly shiny, and honestly very fake because no face is one color, and this is what it looks like now. I'm gonna put some powder on it to make it look even more monochrome, and monochrome, is that how you use that word? I don't think so. Okay, the camera died, but basically my point is, your face is all one color, kinda looks a little weird, so you can't really help that yet, but what you can do is put a bunch of powder on your face to help that shine, because if anything like me, you got a shiny face, and so that means powder that thing up, mostly in the nose. No! Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I just spilled makeup everywhere. Okay, it's fine. And then you look like even more of a one-colored face, but a not shiny face. So that's cool, right? Also, most of the tools I use are free ones that I just got with packets and figured out how to use them for stuff. Feel free to upgrade with better tools. It helps a lot, I promise. Okay, now that your face looks like this, it's time for the eyes because, whew, let's work something out here. I use primer because I have a lot of creasing and a lot of oils and Asian eye problems, so primer helps a lot. There's expensive primers, there's not expensive eyeshadow primers. You just use what you want. It depends on what you want out of your primer. Know what you want and then pay the price. Okay, you put that on your eyes. It's good. You wait 30 seconds. I was supposed to do the powder after that. That's fine. So here's the problem. I only have 3 different eye looks. It's like Jenna Marbles 3 looks. That's me for my eyeshadow. I got 3 looks. They're all variations of brown. I don't know which one I want to show you. You know, I'm gonna show you the one that I have been doing for the longest. The one that I pretty much do every day. And you will cry with how simple this is. I take my eyeshadow palette. I take a pointed brush. I dab it in the powder. And I put it in the outside corner of my eye. Ta-da! I take that. I do it to the other side. Then I add a little more powder. Kind of make sure the definition is where I want it. And then blend with the same brush. And there you go. That's a one color smoky eye. That's my eyeshadow. It's that simple. Then you realize that your eyeshadow is very off balance, so you gotta make your other eye darker because you can't have uneven eyes. Yeah, you can. I have it all the time. So you put some more eyeshadow in your second eye. Alright, so this is the point where I start prepping my lips. By prepping, I mean I put a lip balm on. Because my lips are dry, and if you know anything about dry lips, a lot of lipsticks dry out your lips. There are some lipsticks that don't, but they cost a lot of money, so a cheap hack is just put a cheap lip balm over your lips beforehand. And ideally you want to do this before you start any of your makeup to give it enough time to like sink in, because you're going to take the lip balm off at the end. So just rub it in, make sure it's all in there. And lips. Alright, liquid liner. You know how to do it. You just take your liquid liner. You take out a mirror because this could go very poorly if I don't use a small one. And you just put it on your eye. Like so. I use black. I know a lot of people who have fair skin and fair hair like to use brown. I try to keep it as close to the lash line as possible and then build out. It's much easier that way. And if you have monolids like I do, then you cannot blink. Most of my makeup's just a waiting game, honestly. That's what takes so much time to waiting. Alright. Okay, and because that wasn't enough, we get more liner. I take a pencil liner, whichever one you want, and just boop, put it in your waterline. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Eyelash. I only go about a third way because I feel like if it goes all the way in the eye, it makes my eye really small and shrink up a lot. So, but I do like that dark smoky look. Smoky? It's not really smoky, it's just dark. Black is good, okay? Perfecto. Now we go with the mascara. Oh, sexy little bottle. Oh god, here are the mascara faces. Now my eyelashes are actually quite uneven. I don't know why. I think they decided to hate me. So I have to take a long time with my mascara because it gets easily clumpy. I'm trying to work with making them all the same length. They just don't. It takes some time. Like look, this wand is basically as big as my eye. So a good tip so you don't get mascara all over your face is just to be very slow. because it's so easy for the wand to slip and suddenly just streaks of mascara all throughout your eye, like it's looking like some weird messed up eyeliner. Limp. Okay, and since I am extra, I go with another mascara. Is it mascara or mascara? Let's go in for round 2. Gotta get that full lashes. Full? Voluptuous? Long? I don't know. I sound like I'm in a makeup advertisement. Long, full, voluptuous eyelashes. It's fun. You just gotta do what you gotta do, and if that's poking your face with a wand, then it's okay. So you have your eyes done, it's time to do the brows. You're looking a bit more colorful, but now your brows are looking washed out. So, there are many ways to do this. I'm lazy, I take a pencil, I fill it in. I honestly think powder is the most natural look, but who has time to deal with powder? When you could just take a pencil and run it through your brows, and voila, you are done. I feel like everyone's brow shade is pretty much the same, because if you have dark hair, you're supposed to go 2 shades lighter, and if you have light hair, you're supposed to go 2 shades darker than your hair color. So that like evens into only really like 3 brow colors. I was never good at coloring in the lines in kindergarten, so I don't know how that will transfer over from makeup. It kind of says a lot about my hand-eye coordination in general when I can't even do a coloring book. But brows are done. Kind of. Oh god, they look lopsided. One moment. I don't know why they look like this. So once you accepted the fate that your brows will never look the same, you end up with something like this. You realize once again your face is still really awkward looking. It's still one shade. It's still very colorless, so you gotta fix that. That's when you tap into your bronzer. Ideally, you will have different bronzers to contour and bronze with. Your cheap friend only has one, and it was given to her as a gift, so you know. And you just work away at those cheekbones, baby. I like to make sharp lines and then blend them in. This could take some time too. Like everything, just layer it on. It looks much better when you add a little, and then you add a lot. Or maybe it doesn't look good. I mean, who knows? Gotta get that chin. And gotta get that forehead temple area. Woo! And see, look, you have so much more color in your face now. I think. Ugh. Now I just take the brush without dipping anything and really blend on the cheeks, because I used to contour with blush and not bronzer. I know that sounds a bit weird, but it's when you apply your blush where you would usually apply it, but at an angle instead of just the apples of your cheeks, so it does the same whoop effect. That's officially what it's called, the whoop effect. But now this big like whole lower half of your face being bronzed is really in these days, so gotta use that bronzer. Well, you don't have to, you do what you want to do. Alright, and then I go for nose contouring. You really should do this with a small brush, but I just really pinch it and hope for the best. Don't do that unless you know what you're doing. But really, ideally, just take a small brush and contour your nose. Or don't contour your nose, it's all up to you. We're gonna contour on, not contour, highlight. I used to always highlight my nose, and then I realized, Leia, you have a really shiny nose. You probably shouldn't highlight that stuff. This is when it would come in handy if I had a fan brush. Get that highlight up on those cheekbones. Usually one does the blush before the highlight, but I kind of forgot the blush existed, so we're just gonna blend it in all now and hope it works. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. Also, who needs brushes when you have fingers? A lot of people, that's why their makeup looks better than mine. It's fine. Look at that though, we're coming together, we're making a face. My brows are really overdone right now. That's okay. Ooh, face. Alright, so now you're looking like this, and you're like, wow, I went to having sick, washed out face to overly colored theater clown makeup face. It's okay, because you're going to do your lips to finish it off. So this is where you look at your ridiculous lip collection and realize, wow, I need to get my life in order. And choose one. I'm gonna use the one I used for graduation. But then you realize you still have that chapstick. So you're gonna make out with the back of your hand. So now you're gonna use your lip color. I like those brownie rosy nudes. You can choose a bold lip if you want. It's whatever your little heart desires. And I really love using liner as lipsticks. Kind of just like pencil it all in, voila, your lips are cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. And you finish and realize that it doesn't look any different than your lips. Oops. Okay, so now you're kind of regretting this, kind of satisfied. You take your setting spray, because you gotta make sure this lasts all day, because there's no way you're repeating this again. Hold it out as far as possible and just whew, that's a smell. Finally you get to take your hair down now. Brush your hair out. Dogs are barking, it's fun. They're just cheering at your glamour. Oh god, I have such knotted hair right now. Your hair kind of just blends into your shirt, and voila. This is now your face, and this is how I do my makeup. We should do one of those music like background things where they have that music playing and you look all glamorous. I need better lighting for this, but okay, let's try. Ready? Alright, that was really weird without music. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm just kidding. I want to see a video from you next. Tell me how you do your makeup. I love you. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!